welcome to Down the Vent. My name's Joe.
I'm Steve.
And we are playing Onitama with both of its expansions. There's two, right?
Yeah, there's two.
So there's, I forgot what the old one was called, but the new one that just came out this year is Way of the Wind. So there is another piece on the board here that you'll see that is the Wind Spirit. And there are new cards in the game if you've never played Onitama, or if you've ever played Onitama. This is kind of different here. So first you get to move your person to using the top movement key here, and then you get to move the Wind Serpent using the bottom one there. Or Wind Serpent. I'm going to keep saying that.
Yeah.
Wind Spirit.
Yeah, Wind Spirit.
And the Wind Spirit looks really cool. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a little weasel
weasel, or something like that, yeah. It's Japanese in nature, and it's cool.
And you can also, when using the normal move cards from Onitama, either move one of your pawns or the Wind Spirit.
Right.
And when the Wind Spirit lands on a student, they swap spots.
Right.
Like that.
But it can't and does not affect a master.
Yep.
And the Wind Spirit can't be used to win the game by either capturing or landing on the opponent's other thing. Again, quick overview. If you don't know how this game works out, the goal of the game is to either capture the other person's master, which is the central figure here, slightly taller, if you could see that, or get your master onto the other person's school. And again, you can capture the master with any of your pieces, the opponent's master with any of your pieces, or get this to there. All of the movement in the game is going to be from either these two cards, or this card, and as one gets used, it gets rotated around. You'll see how it works. Probably many of you know about it. I will also put this out there for any of my friends watching. Again, as I mentioned, I had not realized this was there because they said it wasn't there when I went by, and then apparently it was there like literally 2 hours later and for the rest of the convention, and I never realized that. So my pure frustration, because I was dopey, and Joe got lucky, and I do kind of hate him.
I honestly did get lucky. I just happened to go back because I was like, well, I got everything else. Let's go check, I guess, one more time, because I went back 3 times already or something like that. Yeah. So I went back to their booth one more time, and they were just like, oh, yeah, it's over there on the shelf. Like, they weren't. I was like, like, I've been looking for this like all day, and you're just like, yeah, it's there. Like, it's no big deal.
Yeah, and I feel a little bit better about things, but Joe didn't warn me that it was there, even though he knows I like the game and whatever else.
I didn't know Steve was looking for it.
Yeah. I mean, it was on the list of things that we did with the. It was on my top 10. Yeah, it was. On
what? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oops. I mean, not like Steve, you care about like that.
I can't even remember what my top 10 are anymore. I can remember Nyctophobia and House of Danger.
You got a couple other things from your top 10. You did. Yep. And I got almost all of my top 10 that was out. The only thing I missed out on was the Warsaw City in Ruins, and I think one other thing. Otherwise, I got every other game that I wanted. That was there. There were a couple that weren't. Like, this was one of the things I thought was not there. Yeah. And there was something else that was not there. What was not there that was supposed to be that I want to say like an expansion the expansion for Great Western Trail.
Yep.
I wanted that expansion for Great Western.
We did go back to the booth to try to get
and it just wasn't out yet.
Wasn't ready.
That's my biggest thing right now is probably that. I want that expansion. All right, so because the card is red goes first. You're up, Joe, and don't worry, I'll get you.
Playing Crab.
You would be. All right, so.
And again, I want to get my sensei to his dojo or to capture his sensei by landing
with any card.
With any card, yeah. Except the Wind Spirit.
Right.
Not Wind Serpent.
Yeah, really, Joe. Let's see. So let's do that there.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Phoenix Strike. Oh no, it's about to get consentical in here. He's got octopus. Pure octopus.
Wah, Rooster.
Let's see.
I like this game. It's very thinky though.
Yeah, it's good.
If I was a madman, I'd say I could see this game replacing chess, but I know that's not going to ever happen. But I love it so much more than chess.
Yeah, I definitely
not that
prefer
chess is a bad game. I just I don't know. But the 5 cards add, I think, even more strategy than what you can get in.
Have you played War Chest yet?
I have not played the War Chest. No, I have not. Or War Chest.
Yeah, War Chest. Yeah. I have that in the card too. We could play that if you wanted to do that, and that is this with another layer, and it's a really good layer.
We might need to play that.
It's a really, really good layer.
Yeah. Okay.
I love this game, and it's really good, a really good layer. Okay, now that I've said that 7 times for no good reason, I'm going to institute this. So I'm going to move that there, and I'm going to do him to there.
Oh, snap. That's a big jump.
Yep.
Well, then, I will play this guy. Here, the octopus. I will stretch out and grab every opportunity. Be flexible to what might be found. To get this. And
it's garbage.
Move this guy here.
It's garbagey garbage talk.
Welcome to the Red Dojo, blue guy. Time for you to get some real training.
Time for you to get some real training.
That's
I like
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he hasn't had me yet. That's what I meant by it. In the blue dojo.
I'm glad you're explaining yourself now.
It's lacking.
I was confused.
The training in the blue dojo, it's subpar.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my crab took out your homeboy there. I don't know, something like that.
Something like you can't see the top of the screen because we just scrolled over the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. So they should still be able to see.
Yes, they should because they can see your cards too. So
yeah.
If anyone sees the winning strategy, please let me know.
Type 1s for strategy.
Yes, ones.
I know Down the Vent is streaming stuff. I've been reporting it the whole time.
I'm going to go here with him and then here with him.
Oh, that's a garbage maneuver.
Yeah, get out of my face. The wind spirit blocking your way.
Super garbage.
I choose soup.
Not
garbage, please.
Super garbage. Super garbage.
Soup or garbage. Soup or garbage. Alright, who's Peter SA? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, SA.
Is
that who it was? Is that who it was?
Oh, no, I know who he is. Okay. He works for the company SAS Creative that made Carthage.
Gotcha.
I wonder if he finally watched my review I did. I sent it to him a while ago, but and yes, we're accompanied by coffee tonight.
I will be soon accompanied by coffee, but I'm getting my pre-coffee on with Red Bull.
Yeah.
The Tastemaker. I think that's what it's called, right?
Best part of waking up.
It's crushing someone's face!
I'm going to Phoenix.
You would.
I will strike as the wind from the place unseen. That's what it says.
I know. I realize what it says.
We're training over here in the Red Dojo, alright? The sensei says do this, and they do that. Strike Phoenix! From a place unseen! And he goes,
Alright,
you better do that.
We're going to go there. And... Oh, wait. Was that the one I wanted to do? No.
Still the same forward move for your guy, but...
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that and then move him there.
Okay. Since I am in danger
now. No. I think you're misreading the cards. I'm pretty sure you're super safe. Please believe me. Ooh, ooh, don't you guess my name. That awful thing brought to you by Red Bull.
Crab walk up here. And I think I'm still safe there.
Oh, yeah. You think.
I crab walked forward. Whoa! Whoa! I will enter your dojo and kill your sensei! I really like the art for Octopus, how it has like an octopus face, like Cthulhu, like.
Yeah. It's a good one.
That's cool how they changed the symbols to kind of look like the animal. Absolute quiet is needed.
Yeah. Not my intent, but I've succeeded. Whatever.
No, this game does take a lot of thinking, because being able to see your opponent's move and what will be available for them when you give them a move.
I mean, you can go fast without like heating it, but it tends to bite you a little bit.
Yes.
Though after we're done with the game, I will.
That was a bad move. I should have done something else.
I'll tell you something else.
That was a dumb move. Oh, I knew I had that move in my mind. I completely forgot what I was going to do. The wind spirit messed me up. Ah.
So, you know what? I'm curious about something, though. I'm always going to move the wind spirit based on the way I see the wind spirit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I couldn't have moved the wind spirit the way that I moved him. Because I moved him to here. I was thinking of it
Where
from...
was he?
He was here.
Ooh,
right.
Yeah.
So technically, I would have had to move him like that.
Yeah.
So is that going to change anything on what you did? Like, would that have dramatically changed? I mean, you already said you had a different move in mind.
No.
But it wouldn't have changed
No.
where... Yeah, okay.
No.
Right.
My main goal was getting my sensei safe, and there was a better way to do it, but I missed it.
Well, and the only reason why I'm curious is because then it becomes like, okay, well, do I do this thing or do I do this thing? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I guess I'm going to do... No, that's a super bad idea. Let's not do that.
It's the worst idea.
It is the worst. It would literally lose me the game. That's why it's the worst idea.
You should do that.
It would put me in a position where it'd be like, oh, okay, Steve, I win.
No, you should do that, I think. That seems like a great idea.
No.
I changed my mind.
No, it's not a great idea. You know what? I'm tired of listening to you. You know, I used to listen to you, but now.
I used to listen to you. Oh, this red dojo's so much better than the blue one I was at. I'm sure glad I left. Oh.
I'm gonna go there.
Phoenix fisted me.
Yeah, that wasn't my best choice, but that wasn't necessarily the best choice. But I was tired of trying to make decisions, so I figured whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will play the octopi. No, I won't. I'll play rooster. Wow. Welcome to the red dojo, blue guy.
It took your master to take me.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It took your master. If you're going to be the high-voiced guys.
Okay.
It took your master. And my guys are actually shorter and smaller than your guys, but I have, for some reason, deeper voices. Yeah, because that is how most of those type of things go.
True.
And that's not actually anything. That's not actually saying anything negative about Japanese animation or anything like that. That's saying something negative about the dubbing that they think Americans need in order to enjoy something.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of that. Though I do enjoy a lot of that stuff. My favorite thing growing up was back in the day on Channel 20, which was your UHF station. It was one of the UHF stations. On Friday nights and Saturday nights, they had Kung Fu Theater, right? Mm. And Kung Fu Theater was all kinds of awful 70s and very early 80s. I'm talking about like 84, 85, time frame. Late 70s and early 80s, chop-socky, awful movies, right? Where a master or somebody was killed or their family was killed and they had to get revenge. And I've seen that story 100 times and I loved it every time. And they'd have Western accents. They'd have, like the worst. It was the worst dummy. And my mom and I just sit and watch and laugh, just roll laughing because it was so stupid. It was so great. Anyways, I fended off long enough, I suppose. Oh. I will
die.
Die. Kill. Die. Kill. If you know the reference.
That one move probably lost me the game, guys.
You have way too much confidence in my ability. As much as I play this, I dumb luck into my wins when I do win. It's purely that alone. That won't even do that if I do that. So stupid.
An important thing I don't know if we did mention is that you cannot move characters onto the space with the wind spirit as well. It is like a blocking terrain type thing. Yeah. It can move onto them, but they cannot move into it.
Yeah.
It's a cool piece.
That leads to that. That leads to that. Okay, so I'm going to go there, and he will go there. Oh, fun fact. I actually had this game. I played this game where, just to prove that I can lose in almost any situation, I was at one point playing, and I was in this situation except for my opponent had only his master left, and I ended up losing. He got his master to my seat faster than I could get my master to his, and also stop him and block him.
Oh, jeez.
It was awful. And the guy almost quit twice. Like, early on when I got, like, ahead, he was like, oh, man, I made stupid maneuvers. I should have. I was like, well, let's just play it out. And then later on, he was and then when he got down to just his master, he's like, you know what? Can I just surrender? I'm like, let's play it out. Yeah. Like, you never know. I said, I'm telling you, I'm not that great. And I didn't throw it. I just threw it unintentionally because I was awful. It was really bad. Oh, so you went in an entirely different direction, did you?
Yeah.
And that's interesting. I'm not totally shy.
And Phoenix flew over here.
Yeah.
Fire. Phoenix, fire.
Yeah.
When was Josh supposed to get y'all? He said,
Yeah,
okay. We haven't played that.
Okay, so you do that, you do that. All right, so I'm going to go there.
I crush you.
It could easily still be messed up on my part, don't get me wrong, but...
Making sure I'm thinking this through before I do something rash.
Look, you have Lanacane, I'm sure. You have a kid, so do something rash if need be.
I'll move him here, use an eagle, and then I'll do this.
Nope, one more than that. Yeah, that's me. Yep, there you go. Okay.
All right. Oh,
and you gotta switch out.
No, I'm keeping eagle.
Yeah, okay.
We only teach eagle style at the Red Dojo.
I could almost do every there's a piece of me that could do like 50% of these make stupid hand gestures that really probably don't mean half of them, but that according to my 70s kung fu knowledge, I've seen so many bad movies. I saw a movie where the style was a writing style, right? Like literally the style was the guy who wrote on. And okay, you ever seen Bloodsport? Van Damme with the right. Okay, so you know the big guy that's the enemy in that, the bad guy. He's like a really huge Asian guy, right? It was directed by that guy, and he was like, you know how in a lot of those old movies, there's like some guy who's like a master that only comes in once in a blue moon and does anything. He directed the movie and was also that part. His name is Bolo Yeung. He was in several other things famously as a bad guy. He was one of the main bad guys in Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee one where he goes to the island and everything. Okay. The guy that he fights famously in the scene, like that's the big bodyguard, that's also Bolo Yeung. Which if you've never seen that movie, the Bruce Lee movies, even if you don't consider him the greatest ever, like some people or many people of my generation would, or older than me, fantastic movies. Like, definitely fantastic movies worth seeing. So good. So now that I've done absolutely nothing worthwhile there, talking about that, let's...
Duet.
You've guessed correctly.
Let's duet. It'd be interesting if you could move the wind spirit first. That might be too powerful, though. That would really help line things up.
Yeah, that's probably why you can't.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
It would make the game super short.
Yeah.
I think.
So, something. Super something.
Super something.
Yeah.
Super salty.
Yeah. That could be bad news. I'm trying to decide if it's... See, I can't do that because that's not good for me. That's not good. Sure. That is also not good. Yeah. You can go there. You can go there. All right. So let's do that.
Crab walk away. Oh, no, not crab walk.
Phoenix jump.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I still get to do several things without that. So. Yeah, I don't want to give you the opportunity to just stand directly in front of me and then pounce on me later. So even if that's not directly easy to do with your guy, I like the idea of not having that blind spot. I don't know about you, but in this game, very consistently, I find that I generally will try and hold on to whatever seems to be the most odd card, like the odd move. I want that move because it gives you an odd power.
Really thought about that.
Yeah. Like if all of our moves were much more close together, and then there was only like Phoenix or only Crab that had a big long move, I would hoard that move as much as possible and only use the others, and then strike from a distance because you would never be able to counter that strike. I've done that many times as a generalized strategy.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah,
I've never thought of that, Steve.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah,
I just kind of say, what would do good here?
Yeah,
card.
What would the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers do?
White
and then I do it.
Tiger power.
Yeah.
That's what.
White Tiger Power. Okay, that doesn't work there. That would be too far to go. That would be okay. And that would put me there, but then you'd be able... No, that's not a good move. That's not a good move at all. So gosh. But sometimes it's not this move that's the crazy one. Sometimes a move like this, or like in this game, actually, this is the crazy move because it's the only one that you can get directly in front of you. Mm-hmm. So that would be the move that generally I would look for the one thing I can't do otherwise, and that would be the one of the ones. The other one though is this one because this is the only one that lets you back up easy.
Yep.
That one does too, but this is the one that's easier.
Yeah.
This is actually a very odd game because it's rare that there's that few of a retreat cards. You know.
Bum. Bye, Sharona. Bye, Onitama. Oh, jeez. Mistakes were made. You know what I've been playing a long time? Pitch Car. Man, have you ever played Pitch Car?
No, I've actually never gotten to play it. It's the kind of game but again, I think that's a game that I really like to play. If we were going to play, it'd be funner to play with 4 or 5, 6 players, something like that. Like even 4 or 5 would be fun.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree.
Son of a gun.
Whose gun? I need a lot of reviews to do. What should I review next? If you're watching this, let me know. Leave a comment. What would you like to... I should add that at the end of my reviews, actually.
Yeah, and the other thing that you should do somewhere along the way is you should probably occasionally link to your BGG profile because then people can see what you actually have as long as you keep it up.
Update it.
Yeah, mine's very up to date. Realistically, if you wanted to do any of ours, because it's not like you can't review other people's, that we've played.
Yeah, I reviewed Expand City, which was Josh.
Yeah.
I put that in BGG, and actually the publisher or designer posted on it and said that I forgot a rule. The 3 building rule. You can only have 3 buildings active at a time, but I guess I wasn't going to cover all the rules, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to go there. And I'm doing that to there.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay. Decisions.
How can I decide which woman I want to be my... Oh, sorry. Old young MC Rat.
I'm crab walking.
You would.
Get into the red dojo.
Yeah, I felt like that was going to happen.
Sucker!
And then I will... That there. Yes, Joe? What would you like to do?
I would like for you to die.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Bond, you will die. What's funny is there were a lot of things I could have done that could have messed me up. But especially where I put the Wind Spirit, could have been all kinds of screwing me up, like messing me out of what I just did. I had to think about it for just a second, and I was like, oh, I think I can get him. You might have something that I don't realize. I'm never going to say that you don't, because it's so easy to underestimate. You're trying to make sure about the... You can be on it just because it doesn't win because it's on there. Is that what you're looking at?
What's that?
Whether or not I could put the Wind Spirit where I did, or
no.
Okay,
No, I wasn't looking at that.
Oh, okay.
I was looking if you could use a Wind Spirit card to move the Wind Spirit twice.
Oh, okay, I got
But
you.
you cannot.
Gotcha.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Because you'd have gone here and then you'd come after me or
Something
whatever.
like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it would have worked even with that card.
No, but
Yeah.
You may as well try.
And you moved the Wind Spirit there, which stopped me from using it to block you. That was well played.
Like I said, I had to think about it for a second. There was a couple things I could have done,
Steve.
but that was my best one. That was definitely my best choice.
I don't think there's any way out of it because I trapped myself with my dirty rat student. All right, so I will just do a little bit of...
You can make your move.
Yeah, I know. I don't really think there's any way because he can't move me. Blasted Wind Spirit's not strong enough to move the Master Sensei.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'll just move him here. Hope that my 3 guys surrounding you intimidate you.
Who is cock of the walk?
Well played, Steve.
Nice job, brother.
Yeah,
nice job.
Good game.
No, that's good. That's good. It does add a layer. I don't know that it necessarily is something that I would have to play every time, but it adds a nice layer that yeah, definitely. Yeah, now it makes me even more irritated I missed out. By the way, you should know that, and we don't know if it's promos that he got, but the 2 of the cards that came in were the sheep and the goat.
Yeah, 2 movement cards.
Right, which were ones that he already had. Now, they may have been promos, and it's cool if they're giving them away to people who might not have gotten them otherwise.
Yep.
But it wasn't necessary. But having already had them, that was not an add-in. So you don't want to add those in.
I didn't. They're here.
Okay, good. All right, I was going to say, yeah. I've got several promos myself, but I put it. You can put them all in one. Realistically.
There's no spot for the Wind Serpent, though. and that's pretty full.
Wind Spirit.
Wind
It's a Wind
God,
Spirit.
I don't know why
You're
I keep
so
saying
close.
Wind Serpent.
You
I'm
were
going to do
so
a
close.
review for this. I'm going to say Wind Serpent. The Wind Serpent the entire time. It doesn't even look like a serpent.
No, it doesn't. Wind Ferret. If you'd said Wind Ferret, I'd be all about it. So what do you give it? What do you think?
What do I give it?
Yeah, I mean,
love
what do you think?
Onitama.
Yeah, I do too.
Onitama is, I think, around a 9 for me normally.
Mm-hmm.
This adds another layer. I really like it. I'd say it's about a 9. It doesn't make the game better, I don't think.
But it doesn't detract.
It's not
at all.
bad either. Yeah.
No,
so I say it's a 9 still.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah.
It's interesting for people who've played a lot of Onitama.
Sure.
That would be.
Yeah. And what would you do? Would you say you played it more than 10 times?
Yes.
More than 20 times?
Yes.
Okay. And I would say I'm pretty close to 20, if not a little bit more than 20.
Yeah.
You know, like around that. I would agree with you. I think it's a 9 probably on its own. And I would say with the way of the wind itself is probably a 9 all on its own. It adds a nice layer, and it's a lot of fun. It definitely added a whole another layer of thinking to it.
Yeah, it's a good expansion.
Right.
Sure.
And while they're not exactly crazy extra ways to play, there was a thing where you could use all of the Wind Spirit cards, or do only like one Wind Spirit card.
Yes.
So that could also
or no
be
Wind
interesting.
Spirit cards, but you play with the Wind Spirit still.
Right, and he only moves because you can still move him without
the normal cards.
Yeah,
yep.
with the normal cards.
Yep.
Yeah. So any of that could be interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
I think it's only like $15 too, so it's pretty.
I think it's
$10.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 because I
cheap.
think the first one was 12, and that added these mini cards again. It didn't have anything else, but it was only cards.
Right.
Right. So it doubled the amount of cards up to 32, and I think I've got all of the. Do you have? I think maybe you do have it. I was going to say, I think I actually have like 1 or 2 more cards. I think I got 1 or 2 promos. But I got 1 promo that I got 2 of, but I think it's one you actually have. I think I've asked you before.
I think.
Yeah. But anyways, not important for this discussion. Have a good day. We'll be back with something else again. I don't know. We'll figure it out in between, but and more stuff later.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. You've been watching Down the Vent.
So like, subscribe, ring a bell, do it, whatever. Make some stuff happen. You know, call your mama. I don't know, whatever.
Yes, please call your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.